kitchen. This week we're going to make a nice dessert called a lemon cobbler. Cobbler is a southern recipe. It's basically a fruit filling or fruit cooked into a sweet dough, usually with a lot of butter. Which, of course, most all southern recipes start with a stick of butter. So let me get everything set up and we'll get started. Be back in just a moment. So we're starting off. I put a casserole pan on one of the eyes of the stove. I put a stick of butter in there and I got it on low just to melt the stick of butter. You don't want to get it too hot, but have it warm enough that the butter will melt in there. And literally, like a southern recipe always does, it starts with a stick of butter, ends with a heart attack, but still it's very good. So let me go ahead and get the rest of the ingredients together and we'll start there. Be right back. Alright, so pretty easy. Which you already, of course, have the butter in there melting. So that's one ingredient. And all the stuff you see here is pretty much the rest of your ingredients. There's not much to it at all. I am going to go ahead and start the oven preheating to 350. Literally just remember cups. Usually you can do 1 full cup of regular sugar or a half cup and a half cup of regular granulated sugar and light brown sugar. This gives it a little bit better of flavor if you do half a cup and a half a cup. 1 full cup of whole milk and a 22-ounce can of lemon mix or lemon pie filling. Lemon extract and vanilla extract. About a half teaspoon each. We are going to start off with 1 cup of self-rising flour. Go and throw a half cup of sugar. And then we'll get a half cup packed of light brown sugar. Put that off the sun. Go and seal back up on that. Next up, you're going to go ahead and mix that and get it well incorporated. Get yourself a whisk. Go ahead and just start mashing it down in there. If I hit the camera, I apologize. Go ahead and get your dry ingredients mixed. Okay. Do a half teaspoon of both extracts here. And of course I haven't opened it yet. Pull the seal off of this. A little bit of a pain in the butt. There we go. Alright, so it's a half teaspoon of the lemon extract. Now I'm getting a little bit back in my hand so I can actually grab and pour these bottles. Just gotta do it slow so I don't do too much. So half and half of lemon and vanilla. Let me go and put the lids back on them so I don't knock them over. And then you want to throw in the milk. So 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of milk, 1 cup of sugar, and if you want to, split the sugar up. Regular white sugar and light brown sugar. And once you get all that together, then it's 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract and 1/2 teaspoon of lemon extract. Go ahead and mix this up thoroughly. If you don't have self-rising flour, you can use a cup of all-purpose flour and throw in a teaspoon of baking powder. And you want it about that consistency. I mean, very runny, a little bit thinner than a pancake mix. So let me move the camera and we'll get it all together. Be right back. Alright, so now the butter is all melted. You don't have to put all this batter in there. Just make sure that what you put in there, do not mix it. Just leave it as is. Don't mix the butter into it. You just want everything to kind of form its own layer. Let me give this a good scrape. Like I said, you don't have to put it all in there, but I'm more of an OCD person when it comes to cooking. I try to use as much as I can and don't waste anything. So next up, you want to take your lemon and open this up. Give me a few moments. It's going to be a moment for me to open this. I apologize. The pull ring popped off and I actually had to pry the thing open by hand. So you want to take a spoon, just pull out a dollop and plop it in there. Again, you don't want to mix it. The dough will actually rise up and over these little dollops, and the butter will actually fry the dough. So it'd be more like a fried cake formed around all these little dollops. And believe me, this can goes pretty far, so. Now you can do this this way, or you can do a dump cake style. This is more the cobbler way. Dump cake is when you put the fruit filling down, and you just dump a cake mix on top. Not even putting anything in it, just the powdered cake mix. And then cutting up a stick of butter and then placing it evenly across the top. And then you just throw it in the oven and let it do its own thing. And it comes out pretty good. That's a quick way of doing it. And this way is the actual cobbler way of doing it. So yeah, just put as much as you can wherever on the batter here. There we go. Alright, so you don't want to touch it there. You don't want to mix it. You don't want to stir it. You leave it as this right here. And this will go in the oven at 350 for about 45 minutes or so, or until the top is nice and golden brown and crispy a little bit. So we'll be back in a little while when it comes out of the oven. Alright, so finished product just came out of the oven. If you want to add a little bit of texture to it, mixed your light brown sugar with a little bit of cinnamon, or with this one you mix your brown sugar with a little bit of lemon zest and sprinkle all over the top of it. Just trying to kind of give you texture. Other ways to serve this with a dollop of vanilla ice cream, or if it's other types of cobblers, you can put butter pecan on top of it. So, as usual, I hope you liked the video. Please leave a thumbs up if you did. If you ever try my recipes, please let me know how they turn out. And until next time, have a great week and a great weekend, and we'll see you next time. Bon appetit.